Alright, when we last left off, you guys were resting on the sandy beach next to this rather large spear.
Do we get a, last time on War for the Gods, or what was it? War of the Gods?
Yeah.
Of Gods.
Come on. Do it.
Last time on Fuck You.
I'll say nearly got eaten.
I mean, I'll do it. You want me to do the whole, narration?
I mean, if you want to do it, go ahead and do it.
I like
Alright.
it.
Fuck yeah.
Alright, guys. Let's go. Okay. Last time on War of the Gods.
Good start.
Already failed. Okay.
Let me try.
War of the Gods.
Last
We
time.
met our party in a tavern, and then everybody just kind of went towards a certain location, and nobody knew what the hell everything was going on. But that's okay, because that's how parties start. And then a bard almost got eaten by a slime, and a chicken wood thing almost got eaten by a slime, and then and then we just walked to a orb sphere.
We're going with Orb.
With magical items and a weird dude, and I pulled the dude off from it because that's just creepy, and then I set up camp for the group. What shall the party do this time on War of the Gods?
I can't
Dun,
see
dun,
anything.
dun.
You should be able to see. Oops. God.
I
don't
see
know.
lots of. I see.
I see darkness. Oh, there it is.
Oh my god.
I see the perpetual dark.
Well, I have detect
scary.
magic on, so I don't see the dark, so it's okay. We're
I
happy.
mean, I have dark vision, so I would actually see, but whatever.
So, Aussie.
Oh, you didn't change my icon.
Oh, I set it up on the character sheet, forgot to change it in this.
Come on,
So
man.
you die a horrible, painful death, and then it is replaced by a guy that looks surprisingly similar, but not at all.
Yeah, like the exact thing I was thinking of, instead of partially what I was thinking of. So yeah, Riker just overnight just transforms into a different looking guy. Yep,
We'll just
that's
put him in
Riker.
the fire and eat him. Yeah.
It's okay,
So
Now, if I had this guy's self, that would make so much more sense. But
Yeah. That's not cool.
So it's about 3 hours away from whenever this is going to happen. What are each of you doing?
I'm
Do
not
I
gonna
have any instruments from my colleague that I might have to set up?
He did give you a... What's that one thing that you use to, measure the stars and stuff? And he also gave you a
Astrolabe.
telescope.
A sextant?
That thing, yes.
I would say sextant and astrolabe, probably one of each. Or
And also a
Okay.
tiny little telescope.
hey,
Galileo. Hey, let me go.
I'm just looking at them and it's like, you aren't dead bodies. I'm a surgeon, not an astronomer.
Aussie will come describing what was on the coach, Lady Paladin Man.
I like it.
Lady Paladin man.
Bird Paladin. Bird Cleric. Cleric Bird. Man, cleric Man Bird.
Quick man.
Hello, Man Bird.
Hold me closer, Tony
He
Dan.
just looks up from his parchments and his sextant.
You're a religious one, aren't you?
I'm not sure you would say I'm overly religious, but I have power, yes.
But she has spiritual healing.
What I'm referring to is, do you know about history of religion and whatnot? The Chronicle of the Ancient Celestials?
Apparently I know more than you do. My god doesn't really take clerics that prove themselves. She just takes clerics.
Well, then answer me this question. Snakes.
Oh,
Do any specific gods pose themselves as snakes?
I guess I'll roll religion for that.
Yep.
I'm helping her with this.
You have advantage on it then.
Which makes a lot of sense.
Because they're just kind of bouncing off each other.
Yeah.
And, Silas, there is... One second as I bring up my list of gods and deities.
Your DM hacks notebook.
There is a deity that... It has the body of a snake and the upper torso of what has been described as, well...
Dear God.
It's like a drow upper torso. And long flowing black hair. It's often been described as the mother of all the different Gorgons.
Gorgons?
Yes. The name of this creature, the name of this deity, however, has been long since lost.
I see.
Well, it's nothing good. We'll leave it at that.
Do you convey that to me?
Yeah, that's all Silas says.
Okay. So, wait, are you a cleric or are you not a cleric? Real quick.
In game or out of game? That's the question.
In game.
I'm a cleric in the same way that a knight may just randomly dub another person a knight, you know?
I see.
Really?
Well, as a somewhat cleric, I lean in and whisper in your ear.
As you lean into whisper, both of you give me dexterity saves.
Uh-oh.
God damn it!
Good God.
Do I have a thing for that? I might have a thing that I can buff that with.
And also, the rest of you give me perception checks.
Oh, great.
Alright.
Is it another slime? Tell me it's another slime. This would be great.
It's just using the rock.
Do I get any kind of bonus since I was staring at the rock and detect magic?
Yes, actually, because you're using detect magic, I also want you to give me a wisdom save.
Oh, okay. Wisdom. Oh, I failed my perception for some reason, even though I'm staring at it. Maybe, like, their conversation
Okay, so
has
with
drawn
your
my
detect
attention.
magic, you're automatically going to succeed at this. Because
Oh,
you'll just
okay.
kind of stay on that
I
direction.
got a 21 perception.
And wisdom 17.
So,
Does Sephiroth do anything? He seems right up
yes,
against the rock.
JJ, Lance, and Alex, you all just notice this little flicker over the two as he leans in, and then all of a sudden this black foam just comes crashing down. They both instinctually take a step back as a bird-faced creature lands between them.
Uh-oh, that's not good.
I knew it, I knew there was something wrong here.
All your
Um,
fault. All your
like a bird-faced creature?
A bird-faced creature.
A humanoid?
Humanoid.
I
I
cast my gaze to the ground.
use chalk to draw an X on my forehead so we don't have to grapple each other and then the group has to decide which one to shoot. Just kidding though.
We could just shoot both of them.
So,
Wow.
Mio, are you
Durability
there?
immediately.
Well, King Solomon one, right?
Did it come out of the rock?
No, it just fell out of the sky. Like, maybe about 10 feet over where they were standing.
How big is it?
It is the size of you guys.
Uh-oh.
So,
Wisdom save 17, I don't know what this is or what happened.
the Wisdom 17, there was a bright flash of teleportation magic, and it was rather strong, and that's why you had to roll the Wisdom save.
Okay. So, in-game,
Mi-
I probably think that's something teleported.
yes. Mio,
Maybe.
are you there?
Yep.
So, you feel yourself being dragged across. Well, you see the ocean just flowing beneath you, and then all of a sudden it stops. Blackness. And then a sudden sharp pain. You look around you, and you see. Well. This black masked, beaked, individual with goggles just staring down at you. Along with a creature that never quite seen something like it before. It's pale skinned, has only hair on the top of its head. Looks rather odd, and there seem to be several more of these just kind of standing around you, looking.
And don't forget Sam.
How old are you? And be honest, I point at the new bird.
I can't say anything, so I'm just gonna. How do I move my character?
Riker just yells, "It teleported from the orb."
No,
Riker,
that-
it did not
no.
teleport from the orb, it teleported from a space above them. You didn't sense any magic coming from the
I
orb.
thought you said teleportation, though.
It was teleportation.
Oh, okay, so it teleported, but it didn't teleport from the orb.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So then I say that then. Sorry.
Alright, I'm gonna back up a few feet from all these figures.
Can I look at my lore book to see if it says anything about this creature?
Give me a history.
Can I get advantage
give
of
you
the
one?
book?
I'm gonna say no, because normally you'd have disadvantage for this. The creature
Yeah, we
does, looking up at you guys, looking down at it, it skitters back a little bit.
Can I do history check on it?
You have no clue what this is.
Do I have all my equipment with me?
Yes, you do. Lance, this is something from a land very far away called a kinku. It's a creature that can only say phrases that it's heard before, and they are extremely rare to find in this part of the world.
Not got it.
So I walk up closer to it, and I'm like holding out my hands and maybe a piece of food or something. I'm just kind of looking at it like very sternly and very cautiously with my stone's durability on, so my skin's kind of gray and like patchy stonework. Anything happen?
He's going to kind of wave his hand, kind of like declining it, but cautiously as well. And he's going to start like digging through his backpack to find parchment, ink, and a pen.
And you're like pulling out like parchment, ink, and a pen or whatever, and I'm like, okay, guys, it's smart. I don't think it means it's harm. I hope not. And I'm just like looking at it. I'm watching you very closely, and like you, and then past you at the orb with detect magic.
There is the still faint bits of teleportation magic coming off of him that's quickly fading away. The orb still has that same vibe they've gone before, but nothing has
Yeah.
changed.
Okay. And it doesn't say anything else, still.
No.
Is he still digging through his thing for paper and pen?
I mean, I guess like he would dig through it, and we just leave him alone until he digs through it, right?
I tell them the creature is not sentient enough to speak any of our languages and will only mimic us.
Yo, can I have Seth stick the torch in the ground over here?
Yeah, give me just a second to fix that up for you.
Thank you.
And is this the mysterious stranger?
Mm,
Sorry, what did you just ask?
Is this guy the mysterious stranger?
That is the one that came in during the fight with the, oozes, the one that...
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Where is the stranger then?
The bird.
No, not the bird. The one that was here already.
The old guy.
You look around. You don't see him.
He's gone.
So he just disappeared?
You realize that you haven't seen him for a little while.
Well, I'd say this is a lovely time to inform you all about something. I was thinking about the riding on the rock, yes?
Yes, you were getting on about that before this happened.
Yes. Well, about that. It's in Primordial. Primordial doesn't really have a written language, and when it is written down, it's generally very garbled and very hard to understand. This writing was far too easy to translate. So, it leads me to believe that it was either something very old or very powerful. Like a deity. Minor deity, but deity. So, just saying, that's that.
Riker finishes his like circle of the orb trying to look for this old guy. He doesn't see anything.
Nothing. Also,
Yes, I think
by
it
the
was the old
way,
man.
Mr. Kinku, you noticed this strange little wooden man slowly walking up to you. Like, it's almost doing like the comical villain, like trying to be sneaky walk.
Where is it?
Right here.
Right there?
Yep.
Alright,
So, yes, I think that the man might have been the deity. Or something along those lines. Which is why I was concerned about asking about the snake god. If you recall. Well, the story goes that there was a snake, just an ordinary snake, long ago, that ate the sun to prove to the other animals that it was strong enough. Which kind of goes along with what Gorgons do. Just saying. But so anyway, it ate the sun, which is kind of considered the house of the gods in some schools. A lot of people think that it's a bunch of bullwalkies. Some people think that there were two suns before. But anyway, so a snake ate the sun. Rock. Basically, the snake was like as powerful / more powerful as a god. So now Rock has ancient primordial runes in it that's far too easy to translate, which is either carved by a deity or devil. One of those. So, I'm just saying.
So you say devil, and I come out from behind the rock and I say, what devil may have written this?
Well, not necessarily a devil. It could have been any minor deity, really. Or major deity. But I'm just saying that anything that would be powerful and ancient enough and knowledgeable enough to do it would be either a very strong celestial, very strong elemental, or a devil of some sort. Strong devil, but a devil. Probably not, though, because Primordial's more about elemental and celestials, and, you know... I'm just saying.
My Arcana, is there any way I could, like, coincide any of this? Like, I could, like, bring any of this together, or is that going to be, like, intelligence?
It would be more of a history.
Okay. I just want to see if I can think...
Assistant?
Yeah, I want to see if I can think or, like, remember something, maybe of, like, the studies I've made, or the old weird books that I've looked at, you know, and all the weird history I've gotten poured in my brain from Eldritch horrors.
Silas, I do want to say, while Primordial and Promethean do have the similarities, Promethean is a lot more of the language of mortals than Primordial.
Yeah.
So, while you get the gist of what all it looks like, you don't really have too much insight in Primordial. So, Raikou. You don't really get any more than what he has just told you about it. It's a very much a old story that the origin of it has been long since lost.
Yeah, and maybe I heard it, like, with the whispers or whatever that I hear in my head. Okay.
Yeah, there's also another thing. The point of the story is that even the weakest person can, you know, be powerful, overcome gods. So, I'm just saying, very odd that an old man, which is generally perceived as feeble, weak, you know, would show up at the rock. No one really knows who he is. And then mysteriously disappear. Just saying. Also, teleporty bird.
Mentioning the teleporty bird, have you finished your message?
Yeah. During all this, I'm going to write down on the parchment, like, hello, where am I, in the 3 languages I know.
What languages
What are
is
those
that?
languages?
I know Common, Aran, and Abyssal.
Ooh. You said Infernal and Abyssal are similar, right?
Yes, like, it's kind of like, communicating
Spanish.
with like Mexican Spanish and like European Spanish.
I like that. So I look at it in common. Obviously, I know, but like I look at it and I see the epistle, and I try to figure out like, is there? Oh, I guess I read it, and and see what else he might say. I guess. Do you say anything else other than hello? Where are you?
Nope, because I can't say anything else unless I
we're
write
on
it down.
We're on a beach. There's a rock over there.
So is this place called anything specific? Like, or is this just called like the uniting or eclipse of the three moons, or like what is it?
So you guys are currently on the continent of Grifeo in the kingdom of Shiv near the city of Regalia.
Okay, and like this specific location doesn't have like any like word or name for it itself? Or?
This is in the middle of nowhere.
Okay, so I tell him like the city, and maybe he shakes his head, and then I tell him the kingdom, and maybe he shakes his head again, and I tell him the continent. Which one does he recognize, or none of them?
As he says these, Mia roll me a history.
Alright.
And can you repeat that by like spelling it or something, so I can write it down here, so I remember it out of character?
Alright, so Mia, you do know of the continent of Grifeo. It's about a 3-month journey by boat from your land.
Shit. Wait, is that where he teleported from?
We're probably unable to know that.
Hmm.
Then Silas just kind of looks around. And it's like, well, it's rather auspicious that birds eat snakes.
Snakes eat the sun.
We should be fine.
So why are we still here? Is there anything else
Because
to do?
the celestial event hasn't happened yet.
Oh, really?
We're waiting.
At this
Yeah,
point, it's about an hour and a half away.
So, I know for a fact that I need to, basically see what has a hold of me. And that's why I'm here, right? So, I mean, with the rest of the information that was gathered from everybody else, I would probably, maybe we talk back and forth or whatever between the people here. And I would, say like, does anybody have maybe a planar travel or speak to other planes or a way to unlock and like make gates between different planes? And I just like asking this I've probably been asking this for the last 3 hours or talking about it.
Those of you that's magically adept are kind of just rolling your eyes at the idea of him asking you guys, hey, do you have access to this extremely powerful magic?
Oh, yeah, of course we do.
It wouldn't be direct. It would be like, I'm sure there's like a dick measuring contest between wizards or something. Like, yeah, I know this awesome spell, and you know this awesome spell, and or like obviously Riker would be like he's come here for a very specific purpose, and he has an idea of what he wants to do, but he's not with all these other people here. He's gonna ask them like, what was your plan? What do you have? I need to do this very specific thing. Is there something that you were planning on doing that might align with it? Like, he's just through normal conversation.
You
after
gotta
4
talk
hours
that
or
out with
being
them
here.
a little bit. But I do also want to say dick measuring contests in the Kingdom of Shiv with wizards involved are not allowed because the misused use of enlarge has caused many a death.
Klaus,
Wow.
Nice.
Yes.
can I do a history check and see if anything I remember from the mages and wizards Amashin about this event and the eclipses? Are there any dangers involved?
Um,
The oldest wizard there that trained me.
for what they would tell you would be more like magical stuff, so roll me an Arcana.
Arcana? Okay.
Yeah. General, whenever, like, those two moons align rather than all three, then magic gets amplified a little bit in the area below it.
Whoa.
So you kinda can guess that, like, all three, magic's gonna be a little bit haywire. Other than that, you don't really know.
Alright.
So, during this time, he's going to write something else down in the three languages, because he still doesn't know if in this continent people read the same thing as they speak. So, he's just going to write down, who are you people, and how close are we to a city, or something like that.
Can I have Seth go over and, like, read the paper for me?
Seth walks over, he grabs the paper, he looks at it really close, his nose, like, touching it. You're not able to see through your puppet.
Okay, have him run it back to me then.
I'll just read it with my eyes.
Yeah, like I'd probably be walking up to him now with another note. Like, I guess we're all kind of like standing around him looking at it, or not.
You guys just kind of stand around looking at each other.
Well, I'd be looking like at whatever he's writing as he's
Yeah.
probably writing it. We're probably reading the Infernal more than the Common, just because it's more interesting to me.
What is this?
Or Abyssal, I'm sorry.
That is a torch that the little puppet just kind of, like... the puppet had a little thing that was lit up on him, and he just kind of, like, stuck it in the sand there.
Yay.
Just shoved it in his face.
So, do you like say or like write down the name of a city that I don't know, or is there a check you want me to make, or? Because I'm well traveled. Like I've run from a long.
The closest city is the city that you guys came from not too long ago, Regalia.
Yeah, but he said he wrote down the city, like a city near himself, right, or like what he knows of.
He was asking. You were asking what was the closest city, right?
Yeah.
No. Oh, he was asking what the closest city was.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, yeah, I would tell him City of Regalia, or I would, maybe even write it down. Like, if you don't, do you respond to words? Like, if I say City of Regalia, would that mean anything to you? Do anything? I mean,
I would understand the name of it, but I wouldn't understand if it meant anything.
okay.
So I'd like nod or something like that.
Okay, so he obviously understands words when we speak them, but we don't. Okay. So then what I would do is I would probably, what would Riker do?
Like, the person that got a 20 history check on him, they knew that he understands these languages, he just can't speak them unless somebody else has spoken the words for him. He can mimic sounds extremely well, however he cannot automatically produce them on his own like most races can.
And since we haven't really spoken a lot of Common, he can't really speak a lot of Common towards us, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. Do you tell everybody this?
I did, yes.
Yeah, okay. So, I ask, where are you from? Because this is obviously like a gathering place, right? Like, this is a gathering place for this event. So I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, so a bunch of people have gathered here with me to do this event, or, witness this. And it's not unlikely that some other creature or other race would do that too. Does he write anything out, or?
I think I'll not answer that question for now, because
Yeah.
I don't know you people, and It's just kind of a trust thing.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you don't respond, then maybe I just think that you don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
which
these are just like random ass people you almost landed on. Don't really.
Yeah. So I say I don't mean you any harm. Do you mean us harm? And I ask you very pointedly, and maybe even clutching my arcane focus, prepared just in case.
He's gonna nod no.
Okay. So I look at down my guard and I go, well, you're happy to stay here? Can we do anything to help you? Did you come for the event? And I point at the sphere or whatever.
He's gonna mimic what you said earlier. Was it regalia?
Yes.
Alright, so he's gonna mimic that.
So I would gather that you came for regalia.
With slow, condescending speech and obnoxious hand gestures, Silas is like, we watch Sky. We get money. Regalia.
Well, if it's mimicking, then shouldn't we... Let's get some basic phrases down. Yes, no, hello, goodbye. I look at him in the eyes. Regalia, country, home, away, go, come. Walk, run, sprint, look over there. Oh, look, a monster. You're gonna die. Let me heal you.
This is good. See, Riker wouldn't think of this because he's not like a university student, you know?
Oh, here's some more ones. I am hungry. I need to use the restroom. Could we stop for a moment? I'm very tired. I'm going to hit you in a few moments.
Don't
Go
forget
fuck yourself.
So
Good. Are we all good? Does anyone have any other ideas? Yeah.
So Mew, now you're able to say all of those words exactly how he said them.
So, very, very speedy and very, abstractly.
Yes.
Just, out of context, hello, I have to use the bathroom.
Does anyone have any other words that would seem interesting at this time? No?
Money.
Oh, money. Gold, silver, platinum, titanium, electrum, iron,
Electrum
sword,
I'm not using.
arrow, bow,
Low down the beach.
Yeah.
spell book, wizard, witch, bard, cleric, rogue, dagger, is a good
Help.
one. Blood, help, flee.
And I look directly at the bird guy, maybe in, in the middle of this, and I say, fiend.
Celestial.
And I look at it very pointedly. And does it say anything back to me or do anything specifically to that word? Because you know what this word means, right? You know what these words mean. You just can't say them until we say them, or is that how it works? Or
Alright, I can. If you say something, I can mimic it. So
yeah. Well, I say fiend as a very pointed I'm wondering if that changes what you think or say to me or try to say.
He's basically asking, whenever he says fiend, do you give him an odd look?
Yeah, do you look at me scared? Do you look at me happy or,
I'm gonna look at you.
Just
I'm not gonna react to it. I'm just gonna look at you and not say anything.
Okay.
During the coked-out chatter, I remove my mask and take a swig of the dwarven piss.
Dwarven piss.
By the way, Mew, you see what looked like a familiar bird mask that sometimes you people will? This person just takes it off, and there's no beak underneath.
That's fucking trippy. What the hell?
That's gross.
I'm gonna point at it and I'm gonna say magic. And mimic it from the list of words.
So it's super hurried and
Magic?
And it's exactly in his voice, too, so just keep that in mind.
Oh, that's very creepy.
Yeah, that would be very creepy. That's what I mean.
Phyllis is just like, no, booze.
No, you don't tell him it's dwarven piss.
That's just the name of it.
Yeah, but you he doesn't know that. Okay.
Alcohol. We'll do that word too. Drink. Libation. Spirit. Beer,
What is
wine.
libation?
It's like a drink.
Like a party drink.
Yeah.
Too much.
I don't
During
drink,
the whole conversation, I'm just going to be going over simple words.
So, over the next hour, you're about 30 minutes away from the event now. You do know basic words at this point.
Can he
I'm
mimic
also-
our laughter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just like chuckle like that? Oh my god.
Oh no, that
Everyone,
was
look,
me, but
I thought of a
definitely he
great
did.
one. I go over to the bird again. Polly wants a cracker.
I go over to the bird and I want to point to Aussie. He's like, remember, prick, douchebag, ass, jack. Just listing every insult I can think of.
Do you say all these insults after she says Polly wants a cracker?
Yes.
All right, well, I'm gonna point to whoever said Polly wants a cracker, and I'm gonna say asshole.
Joke, dear.
You're all wasting your time.
Since
Yes.
you're an excellent mimic, I want you to kind of, like, write this shit down. And he's like, I'm handing him parchment and ink. Write down what you see happens.
Please? I mean, like, you just like write it down now.
Then you get lots of crackers.
Oh god. It's like, I'll give you cracker. I'll give you cracker.
Dickhead.
You know, I can't help but feel that this is in some way, shape, or form racist.
I mean, it is.
Oh yeah.
This is
blatant racism.
wildly racist.
This is blatant racism.
So I mean, Riker doesn't care about like the words or whatever they're saying, and he says fiend to kind of maybe bring out like maybe a dark, idea of what maybe it's doing here, but he doesn't really like say anything else. I think Riker is still just looking. He keeps casting his detect magic as a ritual, and just looks at the orb and. Again, maybe if he's talking to other people about like what they're doing, or maybe he catches on to what spells they might have. But at like the 2-minute 2 mark, Riker has something he does if nothing else happens.
What? No,
No?
no, my torch disappeared.
Yeah, because it probably been an hour or whatever.
Son of a bitch.
I mean, I could just hand you another torch if you come over to me and ask. Do you
No,
ask?
but this one like swirled around the sphere and vanished. It all went weird and shit.
Klaus?
So none of you actually noticed anything. It's just he said that.
Okay. Yeah, so 5 minutes till. Riker will just stay silent till then.
I'm still waiting for something to happen.
I'm getting on top of a rock just in case.
I'm gonna move Steph and Alton over by Aussie.
Alright.
I just realized. Can I do something real quick?
Yeah.
I'm actually going to go over to the bird guy and ask him his name.
That's a good one.
Alright, so he's gonna start digging through his backpack again. And then
I'll just
pull
hand
out.
him a parchment and pen.
So you have 3 sets of parchment and pen in your hand at this point. As you already had yours out, then Silas handed you some, and then he's handing you some more.
God
Well, I
damn
thought
it.
it didn't. Whatever. Never mind. I'll just let him kid.
So I'm gonna. I'm not gonna pull out parchment or ink or anything. I'm actually gonna pull out a mirror, a steel one, and then just kind of.
Is your name Mir?
I'm gonna. Yes, I'm gonna mimic what I heard earlier. Yes.
Haha, get it? Because he copies stuff.
That's
No, I
actually really
don't.
good. That's really good. Okay.
Alrighty then. Well, Mayor, last time we ran into some stuff that would have been helped if we got on the rocks, so that's what I'm doing.
By the way, Silas actually said what I just said. That wasn't just me.
What did you just say?
Haha, get it? Because he copies stuff.
Oh.
Whoa, what the fuck?
You guys haven't went and gotten any firewood or anything.
Well.
There's nothing around that Riker would be able to like look for or anything. There's no
You
trees?
could go maybe about a half a mile out to the nearby, like... You can tell that the tides are extremely low around this time of year. So the actual end of the sand is quarter mile, half a mile out. You could go over there, chop some wood or something.
Oh, well, I'm not going to do that at this point. Like Riker would, like, after like an hour into, he would just be there, period. So, yeah, he wouldn't be doing that. So if it burns down, then yeah, he doesn't touch it.
So,
He does cast light on a stone and just, like, sit it next to the fire, though.
speaking of that, who all has light on them?
I had a light, but the fucking rock took it.
I have light on me. But I also have the light cantrip, probably on my shield.
Yeah, which is a good idea.
I have a lantern.
I have a torch.
Klaus, I'm gonna take my shield off and cast light on it.
Who was doing that?
Airden.
Okay. I will... I'm gonna make you a little light, just move it around with you.
Alright.
How far is it? How far
20-foot radius bright light, 20-foot radius dim light.
Okay.
And if anybody was, like, looking around for light or their torches went out, maybe Riker would have, like, his obviously sticking out of his bag. If anybody needed to grab some, you just walk over and ask. That's also out of game so that I can mark them off.
Ooh. You even got a little thingy for the light. Or for the fire going out.
Well, 20's awesome. Did George just finish?
Yes. No, yep. I don't see him.
I don't know what happened.
Do you want me to put you another on?
Preferably. I mean, I would like to see.
There you go. Alright, so you guys just waited out until this happens?
Is this a
Yep, I
magical
wait.
light?
I wait till 5 minutes before, and then I walk over to it. So let me know when that is.
I got nothing to do until. Anybody else?
I guess I'll just read the book of lore.
I'm making sure the Kenku has light.
I'm watching the moons right now.
Yeah, I'm just waiting until something happens.
Alright, so...
Okay, I mean, if you want to speed forward, yeah.
So those two magical light sources?
I have mine. Did you count mine?
No.
I lit a rock, and then I put it in the, like, on the ground.
I'm
Just in front of the fire.
Okay.
So
I'm
if anybody
inten-
needs it, they can use it. Sorry.
I'm intentionally covering my gaze from the light.
By the way, before the moon's aligned, I'm gonna cover my eyes with my cloak just in case.
Alright.